She almost threw the shoe away. It was old. Gray with age, the sole peeling, the kind of thing that had been sitting in the back of the closet for years, collecting dust and forgotten memories. She only picked it up because she was finally cleaning the apartment after the breakup. The kind of cleaning you do when you're trying to prove to yourself that you're moving on. She turned the shoe upside down to shake out the dust. And that's when something fell out. Not dirt. Not a pebble. A folded piece of paper. She froze. At first, she thought it was trash. Maybe a receipt, maybe something meaningless that had slipped inside years ago. But the paper was thick, carefully folded, deliberate. Her heart started beating faster, though she couldn't explain why. She unfolded it. The handwriting stopped her cold. It was her mother's. The same looping cursive she remembered from lunch notes and birthday cards. The same handwriting she hadn't seen in over 15 years. Her mother had died when she was 12. For a moment, she just stared at the page, afraid that if she read the words, they might disappear. Then she began. If you are reading this, it means you found the shoe. Her breath caught. I'm hoping you're older now, stronger, and maybe wondering why life turned out the way it did. She sat down on the floor, the shoe still in one hand, the letter trembling in the other. I'm writing this because there are things I won't get the chance to say out loud. Tears blurred her vision. She remembered that shoe. Her mother had insisted on keeping it, even when it no longer fit. Said it was important. She'd never explained why. The letter continued. I hid this because I needed you to find it on your own. Not as a child. As a woman. She swallowed hard. You are going to doubt yourself. You're going to think you're not brave enough, or smart enough, or deserving of the life you dream about. That was when the tears fell freely. Because that was exactly how she felt. Sitting alone in her apartment, recently. Unemployed, newly heartbroken, and convinced she had somehow failed at being an adult. But I need you to know something, the letter said. You come from courage. She pressed her hand to her mouth. I stayed longer than I should have. I accepted less than I deserved. Not because I was weak, but because I didn't yet know my worth. Her chest tightened. She had never heard her mother talk like this before. Not so honestly. Not so unguarded. Promise me you won't do the same. The words felt heavier than ink. Promise me you will leave the rooms that make you feel small. Promise me you will choose the life that scares you, not the one that shrinks you. She thought about the relationship she had just ended. The job she hated but was too afraid to quit, until she was forced to. The dreams she had quietly packed away because they felt unrealistic. At the bottom of the page, there was one final paragraph. There is money hidden where this shoe once stood. It was never meant to save you. Her heart skipped. It's meant to remind you that help can come from the past, but courage must come from you. She stared at the words. Money? She stood up, suddenly breathless, and walked to the back of the closet, to the spot where the shoebox had always been. She knelt, ran her hand along the baseboard, and there it was. A small envelope taped behind it. Inside, a modest sum of cash. Not a fortune, not enough to change a life on its own, but enough to do one thing, start that night. She didn't sleep. She reread the letter over and over, as if the words might rearrange themselves. In the morning, she did something she'd been postponing for years. She applied to the program she'd convinced herself she wasn't good enough for. A month later, she was accepted. 6 months later, she moved to a new city. And every time doubt crept in, every time she felt the familiar pull to stay small, she remembered the shoe, the letter, and the truth her mother had hidden there all along. Sometimes the past doesn't hold us back. Sometimes it leaves us exactly what we need to finally move forward. Please subscribe for more videos like this.